it's Jim Hutchens for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this week. One of the basic goals of the Jerusalem Connection is, and has been since our founding, is to support Israel in matters related to biblical issues. There is a biblical issue that is coming up before the UN on September 20th, and it's an appeal on the part of the Palestinians to unilaterally establish a Palestinian state with no peace negotiations with Israel. The Secretary General Ban Ki-moon has been asked to present this to the Security Council. The Security Council, with the United States present with veto power, has said that it will not pass that. And the Israeli ambassador to the United Nations asked this very perceptive question, Ambassador Ron Prosser. He says, on behalf of whom will you present a resolution in September, Mr. Abbas or Hamas? Because their leadership is divided, not only over the Palestinians, but in regard to their response to Israel. Khalid Abu Tomei is a very perceptive, very balanced Palestinian writer. He has written, Palestinian Authority representatives would like to see the Palestinian masses march on Israeli military checkpoints and settlements after September, regardless of whether a statehood bid at the UN succeeds or not. If the UN does vote in favor of a Palestinian state, the Palestinian Authority is hoping that tens of thousands of Palestinians would take to the streets to celebrate independence and demand a full Israeli withdrawal to the pre-1967 lines in compliance with the new resolution. If the statehood bid fails for any reason, including a possible U.S. veto, the Palestinian Authority still wants Palestinians to take to the streets to protest against the Americans and Israel. Under both scenarios, clashes will erupt between Palestinians and the Israel Defense Forces. There is the anticipation, even the desire, one would believe, on the part of the Palestinians to have another intifada. And in light of that, the Minister of the Knesset, Uzi Landau, has said it is time to cancel the Oslo Accords. The Oslo Accords were signed in 1993, and it was to set the parameters for the negotiations for peace. Palestinians refused to accept any of that. And now, so that should be canceled. That should be rendered null and void. And the next best thing, and there are many people who are talking about this, would be the annexation of Judea and Samaria into the boundaries of modern Israel. Now that's in keeping with God's Word. That's a biblical matter. That's an issue related to biblical matters. Jeremiah says in Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 40, I will make an everlasting covenant with them. I will never stop doing good to them. I will inspire them to fear me so that they'll never turn away from me. I will rejoice in doing them good, and I will most assuredly plant them in this land with all my heart and soul. The heart and soul of God is behind the promises that He has made for a homeland for the Jewish people. The veracity of God is at stake. The capacity of God to fulfill His promises is at stake. He will do what He has promised. So until next week, Od Yavo Shiloh, until Messiah comes, Shalom Aleichem.